This is Chris Elliott with your March 2017 real estate market update. Hope you guys have been well. Always like to start off sharing a couple statistics with you. So we're looking at February of 2017 compared to February of last year. So this past month, pending listings were actually up over 25% of what they were last year. Median percent of selling price to list price was at 99 and some change percentage as far as what a property listed for versus what it sold for. End of month's inventory was down 20% to what it was this same time last year, and we're still at about 2.35 months of live inventory. Crazy seller's market. So what does this mean for you if you're a seller or if you're a buyer? If you are a seller right now, definitely recommend going ahead and get on the market. We've been saying this for the last couple of months, but you want to hit the market before everybody else and their mother decides to do so once the kids get out of school in June. So go ahead and try to get it on the market the next month or two. It is early enough in the year where you can be ambitious on your price. We don't suggest getting wildly crazy as far as what you price your property at. But it's okay to be a little ambitious now because you still have time to course correct later this summer if you don't achieve that higher price. One thing that I'm seeing a lot of people get wrong, and I always try to get right with my clients, is timing of the week when you actually hit the market. So typically I like to get on the market Thursday or Fridays. The reason you want to do that, the majority of showings, the majority of buyers out there looking at property are not going to be able to see a property Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The majority of showings do happen over the weekend. So what happens is if you hit the market on a Monday or a Tuesday, you may have some showings, you might even get an offer, but then you're kind of in that weird spot of it's Tuesday, you've got a good offer in hand, but you may have been able to get a better offer if you had waited to the weekend, but you got to do something with this offer you have in hand. So always try to hit the market Thursday, Friday, give it till about Saturday to see what's going to come in, okay? And then also, too, if you're a seller, you still got to adhere to the fundamentals of selling real estate. So sometimes in seller's market, we see sellers get a little out of control as far as they want to price their property 20% over market value, or they think, hey, we could still sell it with this, ratty carpet or paint that looks terrible. You still got to still do the basics as far as cosmetic appeal, as far as being realistic about pricing. Don't feel like just because we're in a seller's market, you can get crazy. If you're a buyer, once again, you got to be aggressive. You really have to be. You're only going to be able to push your property so much up on price as far as what you're willing to pay. So where we see a lot of buyers winning and the kind of the difference maker in a lot of contracts I'm seeing now with buyers being able to get a property under contract is giving the seller the terms they're looking for. So whether that's a rent back agreement, whether they want a certain amount of time to find their next property, you really have to kind of bend a little bit to these sellers sometimes if you're in a competitive situation going after a nice property. And then what I always tell my clients, in a market like this, especially with the way interest rates are right now, I wouldn't lose your dream property over $5,000 or sometimes even $10,000 depending on the price of the property. Reason being, a good property is probably going to get bid up in this market, and also too, with interest rates being as low as they are and being on an upward trend, you may have to overpay $5,000, $10,000 for that property. But if interest rates go up, 2 points over the next 2 to 5 years, which more than likely they are, that mortgage payment is probably going to be about the same as if versus, for example, if you're going after property for $300,000, that $300,000 property, the payment on that's going to be the same as paying $310,000 for that same property today with interest rates at the rate they are. So long story short, don't lose your dream house over a couple bucks. It's not going to be worth it in the long run to miss out on that property if you really like it. So hope that helps. I look forward to seeing you guys next month.